pity you, Guardian. But I will not hold back if you attempt to take a single step into heaven.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Lens of Truth with me, Evan Florentino. And for today's video, I finally reviewed Slave Zero X for the Nintendo Switch.
I think we're gonna work good together.
Now, this game was originally released on every other system besides the Switch, which came out on a later date. And it did take a while for it to get a few patch updates, and it's actually already fixed from when it first launched. To get started, Slave Zero X is a video game that serves as a prequel to the original Slave Zero released in 1999. Developed by Poppyworks and published by Ziggurat Interactive, the game takes place in a dystopian future where players control a character named Sho, who battles against a corrupt megacorporation called the Sovcon. The game features fast-paced action with hack-and-slash gameplay mechanics, combining elements of platforming and combat, with intense battles, intricate level designs, and deep narrative exploring themes of rebellion and liberation. One of the coolest things, though, is the visual style of Slave Zero X is influenced by anime, cyberpunk aesthetics, providing a unique and immersive gaming experience. The gameplay for Slave Zero X is a 2.5D side-scrolling action game that emphasizes fluid action and combat exploration. The game features a great combat system with a variety of weapons, special abilities, and lots of combo attacks. The level design also encourages both horizontal and vertical exploration, with secrets and upgrades hidden throughout the stages.
What do you mean he jumped on the train? All units, prepare to engage.
I was watching that.
Stick to your own dreams.
I only have one. Death to the Sovcon.
Now, as for the graphics and art style, which are very unique, it does remind me of the era of the Dreamcast and the PlayStation 1 as well. So the game has striking visuals that blends traditional 2D hand-drawn art with modern 3D environments. It also has a cyberpunk aesthetic that has some great rendering in the backgrounds with neon lit cityscapes, dark alleyways, and skyscrapers. And the character designs are detailed and vibrant and adding depth to the world and its inhabitants. Now, for the soundtrack of Slave Zero X, it complements its cyberpunk setting, featuring a blend of electronic beats, ambient soundscapes, and high-energy tracks that keep players engaged in the combat. Voice acting is also top-notch and adding emotional weight to the key story elements that do happen in between the stages. Now let's get into the final section of this video review, is the cons. Now this is one of those games that I wanted to review because there's been a lot of talk of games not being original or not enough games this generation, but this is just one of those hidden gems that I know it's going to be a sleeper hit once people discover it. So this is one of those games that must not be missed if you are a hardcore gamer, meaning that this game is very, very difficult. It does have occasional minor bugs and glitches that have been patched out for the most part. It has some limited replay value once the main story is completed, and the difficulty curve is very, very steep. There were levels that were very dark, and it made it hard to see the enemies in certain stages where it was completely black and there was some flashing lights. But if you go into the options section, in the option menu, you can turn on and off some of those settings now with a patch update. And there is a training area where you can practice your moves, because this game does feel like you're playing a Street Fighter game at times and a beat 'em up all rolled into one. And I just felt like it should have done a little bit of a better job explaining how all the combos work. Sho does have his standard light attacks, heavy attacks, which you can use both in the air and on the ground. Double tapping forward does have his run animation and a slide as well. Or even jump cancels. Like I said, it does play like a fighting game. There's even some ammo, some EX moves, or some powered up attacks. And all of this is very fluid when everything does come together. The upgrades, once a level is completed, you can use the money that you earned to buy upgrades, moves, and even consumables as well. It's just super expensive to do, which I really do hate. However, once you put in the time, this is a game that's worth it if you really do stick with it. It is one of those games from like the early 2000s that's going to kick your butt, but you're going to have a fun time playing it. It's a short game, but give it a shot.
What is your status? Unit 8?
Sho! What have you done?
Shut that off. Their dark science is the same that keeps you breathing. If I hadn't acted...
Act? All you do is act. Reckless. With no ability to see things through to their obvious end.
As for the story and characters, Slave Zero X delves deeper into the universe established by the predecessor. The narrative is rich with political intrigue, rebellion, and personal vendettas. Sho's journey in both the fight for freedom and a quest for personal redemption. The supporting cast includes a mix of allies, adversaries, each with their own backstory and motivation. And one of the things that people haven't really talked about, which in modern day times people feel like it doesn't exist, this game has a great interwoven story and a relationship featuring two male characters as they are in a gay relationship. And it's perfectly done, it's subtle, it's not in your face, and it just works. And it happens in between the missions with great voice acting as well.
Oh, another discarded treasure of the city floating amongst the trash. Rescued by a handsome warrior.
Floating? Wait, did you?
Hey, I'm from the wastes. A bit of city runoff won't kill me. Why? Do I smell?
Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know down in the comment section below if this is the type of game that you would like to play, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Wait! More!
Not more. All of them.